Hey everyone, Brian from Snow Walker Outdoors. Today, what I wanted to talk about is I wanted to talk about this ready access kit that I have here. Now, this is not a new idea. It's first of all, it's a combination of ideas. I've made lanyards for ferro rods. I've actually made a lanyard for a lighter that you can wear around your neck, and you've seen me in prior videos wear a knife around my neck, especially in the wintertime, just due to the fact that we have more clothing on, and sometimes those items are not accessible. So, what we're going to talk about today is I have two kits here. I want to show them to you, and hopefully, it'll get your creative juices going, make your own, and have fun with it while you're doing it. You can make them high budget, you can make them low budget, it doesn't really matter. So, let's take a look at it. First thing that we have here is we have just a sheath that's made out of webbing, and it contains nothing more than a folding open knife. To be honest with you, most of my camp chores are done with a small folding knife. I carry a pocket knife all the time, and that's where a lot of those chores get done. Um, I use an axe to cut my firewood. Most of the time, I don't baton. I just use my axe when I need to split wood. So this comes in for cooking and cleaning and things of that nature. So it's just a small knife, but it comes in handy when you need to use it. If we just work here on this side, okay, I have a small ferro rod if I need to make a fire, where my larger one may be tucked away. It might be deep in a pocket, so that I don't lose that. But I also have this in case something needs to be gone over in a hurry. Whereas maybe I might need to make that fire a little bit faster, I have a piece of waterproof tinder that's been basically nothing more than, you can see that, it's nothing more than a fire plug that I've made by dipping it in wax and lamp oil, and I've basically covered it with shrink wrap and just put it right on there. The last thing that I have here is just this small little micro button compass, orienteering compass by the Sun Company. I kind of like them. I'm not going to be doing orienteering with this, but maybe, just maybe, I mean, most of the time we know where we are when we're walking around, but maybe you get turned around enough where you just need to look and see some general direction. So I can quick have that, look at it, and I know where I'm going. On the other side, simply nothing more than a Fox 40 whistle for an audible sound. Maybe I need to get somebody's attention. Maybe I see something that they don't, and I want to get a hold of them and get their attention to let them know about that. Or maybe I'm out with the dogs and I don't have my trainer's necklace. The one that I use for there has duck calls on it. It has a whistle, has a tick tool. Maybe I'm not wearing that day, so maybe I'm just taking them and they're out with me. Well, I still need to get a hold of my dogs, so they're trained many different ways, and one of them is with a whistle. So I have that whistle. And last but not least, I have this little through light, and it's a nice little flashlight. It's better than the smaller ones, and it runs on a AAA battery. It's simply just something for me so that I can see, or maybe I need to look down into a little hole or something like that, and I don't have access to my headlamp right away, or I don't have another flashlight with me at the moment. So these are just little things that I have here that I can tuck away underneath my outermost layer, or I just wear it on the outside. I don't need to fumble around. I don't need to go, hiking up clothing or practically disrobing or whatever. It's just taking the place of other items that are just not accessible at this time. Now, if we take a look at this kit, again, really no different with some of the items that I have. I have a sheath that I made, and I have in here, I have the elusive $10 Walmart folder. Check that out. 10 bucks. You get them in Walmart. Guess what? They cut things and they work well. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about the torture tests you see on YouTube. Okay, I got a Silva tag-along compass. Again, general directions. I got Fox 40 whistle again. On this one, I have that little micro photon light. Okay, you can use that just like I'd use that other little through light. And again, I have a piece of waterproof tinder. But on this one, I put a Bic lighter. Simply nothing more than that. And there's a video that I have, and I'll even include it in the description. Essentially, you saw two different kits that you could use for items that you may need to have accessible, but you can't get to them right away. It's just simply because you're bundled up in the wintertime, or for whatever reason. The way that you have your loadout may not give you that access to those items that you need. And we're not talking like emergencies here, folks. We're just talking about little incidental things that you need at a particular point in time. I'm not making a kit. I'm not making a survival kit. I'm not carrying a water bag on it. I'm not carrying, 25 feet of cordage. I'm not doing that. I'm moving along. I'm going along at a good clip, and I stop, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take some of that. So I need a knife, and I can, take some, collect some tinder or something like that. Or I see something maybe in a log, and it goes back in, and maybe I want to see something in there. Maybe I take a little light and I look in there. Whatever the reason, okay? It doesn't matter. It's just an idea to give you, and to get you going, and to use your brain and to create something that's going to work for you. And I just think it's a good piece of kit. So anyway, Brian from Snowwalker Outdoors. Thanks for your views and your comments. Until the next one, get outside.